The digital version of Blood Rage has dropped. Today, I'm going to play through the tutorial. I'd like to compare how this game stands up against the original board game. Love when a game starts with the aim of the game. I think one of the best playthroughs I've ever played is Through the Ages. That was a great tutorial. We'll see how this one stands up. I like learning a game when you step through what you need to know when you need to know it. So in this tutorial, you're going to play to learn both how to play a game of Blood Rage and how to interact with the digital version. Great, so there's going to be some differences here, learning the game. The order of this tutorial does not represent the same order the game is played in. Instead, it introduces concepts step by step to make the game as accessible as possible. That is a smart way. I find more and more companies are going to this method of teaching games. I think this is really useful. Collecting glory is how players win in Blood Rage. At the end of the game, the player with the most glory wins. You gain glory through victory in battle, through pillaging, accomplishing quests for the gods, and dying valiantly in battle. There are 3 ages. The game is played in 3 ages, and each age consists of 2 main phases. God's Gift phase, players draw their cards for the coming age, and the action phase, players spend their rage to do various actions. This game plays really nicely on the board game, and I find the models really make a game. And so the question is, do you come for the models and stay for the game, or do you come for the game and stay for the game? The only way to get figures onto the board is to invade with them. Invading means placing a figure from your reserve on the board in any of the provinces apart from Yggdrasil. Villages. Every province on the board consists of between 3 and 5 villages. Only villages can be occupied in provinces, and there can only be 1 figure per village. That's unfortunate. Sometimes it's nice if you can launch massive invasion forces, but I think part of the game is that it's laid out fairly straightforward. So we need to invade with our leader here. Click on the highlighted village. Where do we want to invade? Oh, over here. Here we go. Mannheim. There's the leader. Placing figures in Rage. Placing figures costs their strength in Rage. Rage is your currency in Blood Rage. Once you're out of it, you can't act anymore for the rest of the age. It's a cool concept. I like that they change. Every game seems to have its own currency, so why not have a game with berserkers played through Rage? An exception to this rule is your leader. You can always invade with your leader for free. There's a figure limit. One of your 3 clan starts is horns. Horns determine how many figures you can have on the board at the same time. Increase it to grow your army. There's a figure limit. You can place up to 1 leader, 8 warriors, and 1 ship during an age if you have enough horns. So yeah, part of this game too is trying to build up your capacity too. If a figure dies, you must wait till the next age to get it back. The music is really nice for this. I'm enjoying that. Zooming out seems a little bit generic, I find, with the map. I do like when it goes in a little closer. So invade Elvagar with a warrior. Click on one of the remaining villages in Elvagar. Okay, so that's where my leader is. These are the other options of where I can go. And you get an extra horn if you win this one. So let's keep close together. I'll invade with the warrior. As soon as you run out of rage, you can't take any actions anymore. So part of the game too is making sure that you don't run out of rage too quickly and let other players run rampant. Chapter 3, Pillaging in Battle. This is a way to both win glory and also to improve your clan's stats. Every time you successfully pillage, you get the region's reward, which will increase one of these 3 stats: rage, axes, and horns. One province in the game won't give you a stat increase, but instead increase your glory immediately by 5. Pillaging Yggdrasil will give you a much bigger reward. You'll be able to increase all 3 stats by 1. This is a great area to make a late game play for, once other people are running out of options. A quick way to judge your chances in battle is by evaluating the strength of everybody present in the province. Just hover over the province to see it. Okay, the wolf, 4/4, 3/3 on the serpent. Call to battle. Once a player has declared his intent to pillage a province, other players have a chance to join the battle if they wish. They may move one of their figures from an adjacent province into an empty village in the pillaging province. Yes, that's nice. So they basically smell blood and come running. Once all the villages in that province are occupied, or when no one else wishes to join in, the battle begins. There are no villages in Yggdrasil, so any number of figures can join a battle there. That can be complete pandemonium. Combat strength and cards. Each player participating in the battle must choose a card from his hand. Then all cards are revealed simultaneously. That's a nice mechanic. Players who reveal battle cards apply their effects and add a plus strength bonus to the strength of their figures in the battle. If a player reveals an upgrade, a monster, or a quest, it has no effect. That makes sense. Some special battle cards can be used even after players have revealed their cards. Combat and strength cards. So some special battle cards can be used to further increase the strength of your troops, even after players have revealed their cards. These special cards have their strength bonus on a solid white disc, and they indicate in the card text that they can be played after cards are revealed, but before determining a winner. They can also be played normally. The pillaging player has the first chance to add strength from one of these special cards, and it proceeds clockwise around the table from there until nobody wants to play any. Okay. I guess this is my only option here. Tyr's Smite. The winner of the battle must discard all cards he played. Yes, that makes sense. The losers of the battle take all their cards played back into their hand. That's cool. So that's a little bonus. If you lose, you don't completely lose everything. Axes and glory. The winner of the battle gains glory, whether he's the pillaging player or not. The number of glory points they get is equal to their current axes stat as indicated on their player bar. So the tutorial is fairly slow, but there's a lot. It's very text-based, but I think it's necessary to work through this in order for the gameplay to make sense. While talking about pillaging earlier, we also talked about stat increases. More rage allows you to do more action. More axes allows you more glory for each win battle you win. More horns allows you to deploy more figures. That's cool. So in this province, I believe we had horns there to get more guys on the board, so that can be powerful. At the end of the game, you will also receive an extra plus 10 or plus 20 glory, depending on how high you raised your stats. Brilliant. Okay, so this is in the standard cardboard version. This is the map that appears on the card in front of you. You can always check how far you are on the track during the game while hovering over your player stats to display the tracks. Yeah, part of this is just sort of figuring out where everything's located since you don't have the physical board in front of you. Okay, battle summary. Click on the battle summary button. I'm sure that's somewhere very apparent. The Wolf Clan wins. Okay, +3, +1 horn. Oh, there's the battle summary. All right, so the Wolf Clan and the Serpent Clan. Glory gained is 3 by this one, and they played a +3 modifier there. And this Tyr's Smite had a battle power of 5, so that's the difference. Chapter 4, Upgrades and Monsters. Oh, it's elegant how they delivered in chapters. That's nice. Clan upgrades. In this chapter, we'll look at how you can play clan upgrade cards. Upgrade cards bestow certain abilities on your clan. Yes. This is how you differentiate yourself from the other players. Just aesthetically, I really like the look of the serpent slowly circling the island here. That's nice. Play Frigga's Charm in an upgrade slot. Okay, oh, here we go here. All right, so the cards we have are at the right. The Troll is a monster upgrade. This is a clan upgrade, which upgrade cards cost you 1 less rage to play. Okay, so this is a good one to play early because it allows you to get other upgrades in a little bit quicker. Oh, I guess I choose which slot that goes into. So they've already established a few in here. Oh, drag and drop the card into an empty upgrade slot. Okay, not sure how that worked. That didn't really work very smoothly. Monster cards are unique figures. This is, I mean, face it, the real reason why we play the game. It's because we want to get these monster chits. So they're unique figures with powerful abilities that can dramatically change the course of the game. Sometimes it's fun just to lose the game, but hey, you've got all the best monsters. So when you play a monster, it's yours for the rest of the game, counting as one of your figures, but you can only have 2 monsters at a time. Monsters are considered normal figures, so they can invade, die, return to your reserve for the next stage, or gain glory for you during the Ragnarök phase. If you discard a monster card and place a new monster in the upgrade slot, the old one is removed from the game. It's a bit of a waste. Okay, so the Troll. We're going to get that in a monster slot. So I like when you drag a card to see the card go across. In this one, it seems like you click it and it just sort of appears. So that's just a minor glitch. But play the Troll, place the Troll in Angerboda. Okay. So if you hover over the area, you can see the name of the area. And I've got 4 different options of where he goes. So, all right, just requires a click on it. Chapter 5, Marching. So the chapters are very concise, that's nice. When you order your troops to march, you must pay 1 rage. That's the cost of battle. Choose 1 province and move any number of figures from this province to another one. The 2 provinces don't have to be adjacent. So when we first played this on the cardboard version, I think that was one rule that we may have missed. And so this is nice. It's nice and clear. You can leap across the board to different squares. The target province can be anywhere on the board. And that makes a significant difference. It may appear that you're safe off in your corner, but you're not at all. So march my Troll from Angerboda to Musselheim. Okay, so you need to right click in order to move the map. When you claim all villages in a province, or nobody wants to follow your call to battle to oppose you, you will get an unopposed pillage. I'm sure that's not going to happen very often. It's an easy way to earn stat increases with no risk to lose a battle and no need to use a card to win, but you will gain no glory as a reward either. Right, so the game rewards fighting. The more battles you can win, the more glory you're going to win. All right, yes, let's pillage that. Gaining rage. Even though you gained rage, this only increased your rage stat. What this means is that you don't immediately gain more rage to spend this round. So, right, this is a future rage bonus. The increase will only take effect once the new round rolls around. That makes sense. And there's no battle summary because there was no battle. Playing a quest card does not cost any rage. Just place the card on the quest card slot and try to fulfill the quest during the current age to reap the benefits. Okay, that's handy. There's no limit to the number of quest cards you can play. It's also possible to play multiple versions of the same card. There's no penalty for failing a quest. All right. This is my quest card, right? So this is the one secretly I'm attempting to achieve. The other players won't know that I'm doing this. And on this Mannheim one, it's having the most strength in at least 1 Mannheim or yellow province. And I raise one of my clan stats by 1 if I can accomplish that. So drag and drop the card in a quest slot. All right. Fulfilling quests is a good way to both to gain extra glory and to boost your clan stats. To do that, you need to complete specific objectives. For example, have the most strength in a province belonging to a specific region. Be careful, Ragnarök can increase or decrease the interest of specific provinces if some are already destroyed. Chapter 7, Ships and Fords. Ships can only ever be placed in fjords. Ships cannot march, and each fjord is said to be supporting the two provinces that it is connected to. Any effect that affects a province also affects its supporting fjord. There's no limit to the number of ship figures that can occupy each one. Because it's not possible to move ships once placed, you need to be careful with them. They are more powerful than your basic warriors, but also more expensive and can influence both adjacent provinces, so ships can be a huge measure of control for these provinces. So they're giving us a little bit of tactical advice here. But since you can also be drawn into fights in both provinces, it is also quite easy to lose your ship when you're not careful. So consider well where you want to spend the 2 rage to place your ship. Okay. So we want to go to Mannheim and place our ship there. How do we do this? Okay. All right, so you drag it, but then you have to release and then click in the zone to place your ship there. And then you need another click in order to lock that in. If you don't want to do anything else during an age, even if you still have rage, you can pass. Seems silly to me. And decline to take any more actions during the current age. Passing will reduce your rage to 0, and you won't be able to take action anymore. Okay. I'm going to advise my opponents to use that strategy. Oh, so I need to pass my turn here. Click on the age banner and pass your turn right up here in the top left. Okay. One of the downsides to tutorials like this is the length. Sometimes, to play 17 minutes, I presume if you're listening to the video, you may not be able to play the tutorial yourself. You may be out in a public space and just passing some time. So sometimes a video like this can help with that. If this is useful to you and you can use this, like and subscribe. It helps us if you can support our content that way. So back to the video here. So the end of an age. At the end of each age, there are a number of special phases that the game runs through. The discard phase. First, players have to discard their hands down to 1 card. The card they keep does not have to be from the current age. It could also be from the first age, and no player may keep more than 1 card. Right, so that's pretty critical to get your cards out there so that you don't waste them by discarding at the end. So this is unfortunate. So I can keep 1 card for the next stage. Loki's Trickery. If you lose, steal 1 rage from the winning player. I just love +3. That's gonna... See, I don't want to lose, so I'm gonna discard that one. The first stage, start the quest phase. Wolf begins. Wonderful. So in this phase, the game checks whether any quests have been fulfilled and hands it any rewards for any successful ones. Oh, that's nice. So it automates that process. You get to choose one of the 3 clan stats for an increase. Great. So we've got our rage, which gives us action, axes, which is our attack, and horns. I believe that was the extra characters. Let's go with, you know what, rage seems to be pretty fundamental. Oh, it wants us to do horns. Okay. All right, we'll raise the horns by 1. Ragnarok's phase. In this phase, the doomed province gets destroyed and all figures in it and adjacent fjords are sent to Valhalla. Players will receive a certain amount of glory for each destroyed figure depending on the age. The villages in the doomed province are highlighted by a golden glow. And then we release Valhalla. So now all the figures are released from Valhalla and return to their owners to once again come to Midgard during the next stage and fight once more. If during the game you want to check what has already gone to Valhalla, you can check the Valhalla menu. That's up here in the right-hand corner. And the serpent lost a battle earlier and the raven's already got 1 in there. Very good. Chapter Chapter 10, Gift of the Gods. The Gods Gift Phase. During this phase, players draft the cards they will use during the coming age. Each player receives several cards and gets to choose one to keep, passing the other ones to the next players. This will be repeated until each player has picked 6 cards. Great, so this is the same mechanic that you use in Seven Wonders, if you've ever played that game, where you pick and pass. And it's torturous for players because you want to take all of the cards and you just can't. So this is what differentiates the players in terms of who prioritizes what. You can also get a sense of what other players are prioritizing when the cards come to you, and you keep getting the same types of cards, and you know what strategies they're not going for, and by extension which ones they are going for. So at the end of the first and second age, each player gets to keep 1 card from their hand. The others are discarded. Note the cards in play vary according to the player count. Okay, that makes sense. Well, it looks like it's on a timer too, so that'll add some suspense and intrigue. God's Gift. Select 1 card to keep and then pass the rest. Ooh boy. Okay, Thor's Hammer. Get the +1 bonus. We got the Warrior upgrade. Each pair is worth extra strength. The Solid, Loki's Trickery. If you lose, steal 1 rage from the winning player. Ooh, that can be a fun turn. Gain 2 glory whenever at least 2 enemy figures are destroyed in battle. And this is a clan upgrade. Upgrade cards cost you 1 less to play. And we get a quest card, and the Smite. Owen's Smite. Destroy 1 warrior from each opponent in this province before comparing strength. Ooh, I love that. That's really powerful. I'd like to keep that. Do I have to drag that down? Select 1 card and pass the rest. Okay. That doesn't seem to be allowing me to... Oh, it wanted me to choose a particular card. Frigga's Charm. Okay. In the compendium, you will find an overview of different archetypes for drafting strategies. These archetypes allow you to discover and try advanced strategies against the AI or other players. Some cards are easy to use and master, but others are more complex. Making the best use of them is half the fun of Blood Rage, though. If you say so. Okay, so I have received this set of cards. I guess it wants me to choose a particular card, so I'll just let it do that. End tutorial. So even though the God's Gift phase isn't over yet, we're going to end the tutorial here. We suggest you start your own game now and try to draft yourself a powerful hand to compete with all the other clans. Okay, so the end point of the tutorial is the starting point of the game, I guess. The end of the tutorial. Now you know everything you need to know to play a game of Blood Rage. Okay, fairly succinct, 23 minutes, not too shabby. You'll find only all the rules for the game in the compendium, but you'll also find all the cards and some strategic tips for playing the game. If you'd like to learn more, please check it out. Otherwise, we hope you enjoy your games. That's great. So this has been Legendary Tactics. If this has been useful, please like and subscribe. And we'll be getting some footage of gameplay up a little later today. But this is, in fact, the first day that this game has dropped in the digital edition. My impression so far that it looks solid. I'm really loving the visuals. That adds a nice element. I think the music sounds great. The tutorial's fine. It's not particularly insightful, comedic, or it doesn't really stand out in any meaningful way, but it gives me a good review. I mean, I've played this game a number of times in cardboard format, and I feel at this point that it would be good to experiment. You by far don't know everything, but I mean, that's the point of playing the game. So get out there and play the game and enjoy, and we will see you in another video.